This is a beginning. We understand the limitations, but it must be able to be done within the next few months. That's the critical thing.
But back to the 6 o'clock, we could, Senator Robb would like to go to the War Museum, and we could send some people to the War Museum and also perhaps visit the archives at that point. You think that's doable?
I may ask the... Đi thăm Viện Bảo tàng Quân đội thì buổi chiều mấy giờ đóng cửa?
Thường là 3 giờ chiều thì đóng cửa vậy ạ.
Will they stay open?
The War Museum will be closed at about...
Closes at 3.
3 o'clock in the
3
afternoon.
o'clock.
We could do that.
So, Senator
Before the
Robb,
meeting with the
if
former
you would
minister.
like to go, I think that after this meeting you will have lunch and then you will go
Yes.
to the War Museum before meeting with the Foreign Minister.
That's fine.
That may be fine.
That's
Which
fine.
is fine.
Maybe at 1 or 1:30 you go there and then... we'll go.
Where is lunch?
Well, I think here, but we still have the problem of the archives.
Is there a lunch here? Is it a formal lunch?
Nothing.
Well, then there's no reason that we can't just go into town. We could have
Right.
something there.
Right.
Why don't we just do that?
Fine.
And Terry has a good suggestion for Thursday at lunch.
Why don't we just go into...
2:02.
So, what we will do is, after this meeting,
Yeah,
we'll leave and go into town, into the city.
yeah,
We'll eat lunch at a restaurant,
yes,
and we will go to the War Museum immediately, Senator Robb.
yeah,
We would like to try to see the archives.
yeah. So, the whole delegation or some of
The
you
whole delegation will go into the
to
city.
town,
Correct.
and Senator Robb would like to visit the museum.
If there are a few minutes, it's, and it seems to me that that would be the logical place to do it,
Right.
just before the meeting with the foreign minister.
And
But the archives are an important...
there's some at the War Museum. There are various places. Is there an opportunity to visit some archives and to look at cases?
In the War Museum.
So we can,
Now, with respect to our meetings today that we've requested, the ones we had requested previously through New York, I would like to make certain that we can meet with with Mr. Ho Lien and Mr. Phan Ba from the CP-72.
Who are there?
They were involved in the Paris peace talks.
So we may arrange for you to go there at about 8 o'clock.
no, it has to be earlier because he's got to,
Well, that would be a short visit in any event.
Yeah, very short, only 5 minutes.
before
So
your-
that'd be good enough?
yeah.
Okay.
And then the senator can go out and then go right into his car and go to the airport.
We'd have to leave earlier from here though.
If he leave for the flight 9:20, then at about 8:15, you can leave Hanoi.
Well, if
It
your
take
schedule
about-
is still relevant for tomorrow morning, you've got a meeting with the Deputy Minister for Home Affairs, and we could do it immediately prior to that meeting, and the rest of the delegation, I think, would be interested probably in doing that as well.
So if we leave here at 7:30, can we accomplish everything?
7:30,
If we leave at 7:30, it takes how many minutes to go to the mausoleum?
about 15 minutes, but they open at about 8 o'clock.
They can't open early? And then so can we be late for this meeting?
Yeah,
Okay.
we will postpone our meeting a little bit.
Okay.
But you can go and then you can go to the airport.
So we leave at 7:45.
And during the morning, session tomorrow, you will have some other meetings.
Well, originally tomorrow, there had been a visit to the prison at Tak Ba,
That's it.
correct?
Yeah.
What I would like to request is if we could change that and go to the Tan Tri area. Could we go down tomorrow? Tan Tri, just south. Yeah.
Is that I don't know the place. It's near Hanoi? Or
It's,
or by car or by helicopter?
Tan Liet,
Thanh Liệt, Thanh Liệt,
Tan Liet, Tan Tri.
Thanh Chi.
So you go by car?
I understand we could go by car. It's about 30 miles, Bill?
About 30 minutes.
Is it better to go by helicopter or by car?
By car, okay. We will ask, you know.
Bạn nó là 5 thì chung,
Yeah.
5 thì chung gần thì xa được.
Có đi được không?
Đi lần được.
Anh đi được không?
Được. Nhưng mà chỗ đó là có cái đài thông điệp này.
We will, okay, we will inform the Interior Ministry that we will arrange.
Who is, that's Minister of Interior that needs to arrange it.
Right.
Yeah. Now,
That is after the meeting with the Vice Minister of the Interior. Or you may divide some.
that would be, well, what time is the meeting with the Minister of Interior?
8:30.
All right. So we could just go straight from there conceivably.
That's it.
Okay.
And you may want to see some other people like
Now,
Guo Dong Chang and
if we wanted some people to go there, what is the possibility if we wanted to put a test to the question of live sighting reports?
ask somebody there.
We ask who? The Minister of Defense?
If you want to ask, you ask the Minister of Interior.
Minister of Interior would be responsible for that?
That's it. He can have his people to go with you and to.
Sorry, the last time Mr. Donovan and Mr. Morgan have been there.
It's my
But,
understanding that
yes.
in the meeting with Secretary Solomon, in the 5-point agreement,
Yeah.
it was agreed that there would be an immediate capacity to
Yeah,
go.
yeah. We have a helicopter right now for you to go anywhere. So in that principle, we are ready to offer to go.
What time would we be able to do that? In the morning?
Tomorrow. In the morning. I
So it's my understanding we
Because
could...
instead of going to visit, because if you go to Takba, you have to go by an helicopter.
Yeah, we're not.
Right.
And
Well,
you're
we
not
might.
going to
Some
that.
2 people
Oh,
might
really?
go.
Oh.
No, it's possible that some people would go.
Okay.
But we would like to be able to reserve the judgment as to where we're going to go. It was my understanding that we can go anywhere. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
So what I'd like to do is make our decision as to where we'd like to go, and then if it isn't,
And inform us.
and then inform you and try to do it. I think it'd be very helpful to the process, obviously. A lot of people are curious about the access and the capacity to go anywhere. So I think it's very helpful to us as senators and as a select committee to be able to make a request and see exactly how it works. That'd be helpful. Thank you.
And then the most important meeting will be at 10:30 tomorrow. That's you will be received by
Secretary General.
yeah. He is how to say, I don't know, but he received you 2 times already.
I have met with him.
And this
and-
time they asked us very much why the delegation should be meeting the General Secretary. We think that he's the highest authority in the country. Therefore it's important for you to meet him, to put any request you have in mind to him, and he can have his order to the Defense Ministry, to Interior Ministry, to the Premier, or to the Foreign Ministry. We are all under his.
We very much appreciate that. We had a very good meeting with him last time. It resulted in progress, and the things that he said he would do were done.
Yeah.
And I think it would be very helpful for the committee
Yes.
to do that. So we're very appreciative of that.
Is there enough time, however, to do a trip?
Well, I think
and
we
get
can
back?
always back up, if it's not a difficulty in terms of, if it is not a difficulty in terms of the flight requirements.
If we drive to the airport, that's almost an hour.
I understand, but it seems to me that if departure is 1,500...
We have to, see to that, to arrange that if you want to have.
If we were
somebody-
backed up,
Yeah.
there's no real difficulty, I think, in our arriving in Ho Chi Minh City later, is there?
No, but I'm worried about the appointment with Del Moy. Can we be back in time for a 10:30 meeting?
10:30 in the morning.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's awfully tight.
That is probably difficult. We would have to go, we'd have to go after that meeting to wherever we go.
see if we can't go on a trip and be back for a 10:30 meeting with Des Moines. Can we make the meeting with Des Moines a little later, perhaps, if we do the meeting in the morning? I mean, to do the trip in the morning?
I don't need to do this, well, we have the meeting at what, 8 o'clock with the Home Minister,
Minister Interior, the one who would...
Yeah, the
which is
home-
important,
Yeah, it's important.
Very
Very important
important.
for a life study report.
very important.
Yeah, he is helpful in that area.
So if we could find a way, it's going to be difficult to fit in an excursion.
You can have somebody to...
We can go there and come back.
Yeah.
And some of us can stay there
Yeah.
on the technical aspects, and the majority of the group can return here in time for that meeting, no problem, if we get an early start.
Well, where would we chop her from?
We would go by cars.
But car. But
Oh, that's the visit you're talking about. I'm talking about if we went by helicopter to another location.
You have to divide it. If you go by helicopter, somebody want to go and will be out of the meeting with the general secretary.
We'll make an arrangement.
Yes.
We'll figure it out.
Right.
Is this time, I know his time is difficult, and we're appreciative of the fact that he's given us a time.
That's it.
Is that pretty firm?
Yeah, it's very firm
That's
for the...
firm. For the Secretary General?
Yes.
Okay.
It's very firm.
Now, let's work around that.
Yeah.
Can I just ask one clarification? You said that the defense minister would have to determine whether or not we get to see the military law division people. That's not been set up?
They are in that, they are responsible for that because the law division is under there,
But have the names of the people that we submitted been contacted? I mean, are they prepared to be there, or we?
I think we have to ask
Here
them.
it says lunch host
Yeah, they have not been asked.
I have to ask them.
You've got more flexibility at that point.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to squeeze it in there in the morning.
I agree.
Well, if possible, the people that were listed, that we submitted from the military law division, if they could be contacted ahead of time, because I don't see how we can find them. If they're not right here, we're going to have difficulty meeting them.
Yes,
They're very
we were
important part of the
informed that
meeting.
then we arranged for you to meet Mr. E,
Right.
because Mr. E is the one know everything in that area. So we presume that Mr. E can tell you everything,
But some of the POWMIA office people have met with Mr. E already. We would like to meet with these
Bill?
three gentlemen
Who are the other people
because
you
they
want to
haven't
see?
been met with
We're the ones that you want to see.
before. These are
I
important.
don't have them.
Is this the list?
This is the list.
Mention us to
I am
them.
told
Tell them the
one
names.
of
We'll tell them.
một người chết à?
Có một người cái nó một người
Colonel
chết.
Ty and Lieutenant Colonel Juan, those names have been.
Còn ông nữa
They've had-
có bạn
They have no contact.
ở đó.
So one died.
Which
already.
one died?
I don't know how to
Hai người chết à? Không có gì phải hỏi.
One died already, but one he's not in the right mind,
Oh, really?
to talk. So, but I
Well, we
will
would like
ask
to,
He didn't.
Who died? One of them died.
One of them died.
But Mr. Dick, can look into that problem to see whether we will, find out. Because if you cannot see, one of them asked you told me, you can have your staff, arrange to see him later on. We will.
is there a way to see him within the next couple of days while we are here? Even in the time we're in Ho Chi Minh City?
I don't know whether, in my mind, I arranged for you to see Mr. E. That is the one we promised, long before.
No, I
So,
understand that, and
yeah.
we appreciate that.
Yeah.
The problem is that as we, as a committee, are investigating the issue,